Joshua, placing yourself under the headship of Christ, faithful to lead Anna in the ways of the Lord as her priest. Anna, placing yourself under the leadership of Joshua, submitting to his authority as his helpmeet to trust God with the size of your family, timing of each child, and as parents training them in the ways of God.
We do.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is July 13th. It's Tuesday. Who else is having a good day? I've been having so much fun with like summery outfits and summery cool things, and I was thinking about how Anna Duggar could never wear something like this. And so we're going to talk about stuff that was going on with Anna and Josh Duggar and some LLCs that have been popping up that we talked about a couple months ago, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit more because it's recirculating on Reddit, and I've been a lot of talk about Anna Duggar and what is going to happen and what was Josh doing for work. And remember how Anna said that Josh was a diligent worker and he had diligent stuff and he was doing all kinds of work. Well, we know he had a car business and we know that he was working at a motor lot, but he also had a bunch of businesses, in fact 8 LLCs that have been open since 2015 that have zero internet presence. I don't know what that means. It's a little suspect to me. But they also have Anna Duggar listed as the registered agent, and Josh is only listed on 1. So Anna Duggar is listed on 7 LLCs. 7 LLCs since 2015. This is a little bit weird given the fact that with Josh Duggar's arrest, it was stated that any money he made as a result of what he was involved in, that could end up getting forfeited, right? And sometimes if you're involved in certain activities that are illegal, you sometimes have companies that work as shell companies, allegedly, that might filter funds through and out and to hide money. Now, I'm not alleging that that is happening here. I'm just stating that can be a little tip off to the IRS that something illegal could be happening, especially when there's so many of these opened within the last 6 years. Now, the Duggars do have a lot of LLCs that they use. I don't know why they have so many. I feel like the IRS might want to check them out, but they could already be doing that. I don't know. I don't know that having a lot of LLCs is indicative of anything bad, but when it comes to the Duggars, it just makes me scratch my head. And especially because there were a number that were formed very quickly. So Anna Duggar got added to Josh Duggar's LLC that he formed back in 2015 called ALB Investments. This was the one that was at the center of the lawsuit that was with Carl Eccles, where Josh had purchased a piece of property and then he didn't do the proper title search. Josh didn't show up to court. He got contempt, blah, 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 and he lost. But Josh is no longer listed as a registered agent now, and that is all in Anna's name. So Anna is now on the ALB investment side of things and not Josh, and they are appealing they're wanting to appeal the ruling of what happened in court, which I still don't know why. So they have the one that happens in 2015. In April of 2019, another LLC is formed, and this one again is in Anna's name, and I don't know why, and I don't know what they do because again, there is no website and there's no description of what this company is. So this is called Sole de Gloria LLC, and it is again formed in April of 2019, which would have been within about a month of Josh's downloading of all of that content. So an LLC gets opened a month later, he's downloading stuff. I'm not saying that it's all connected. I'm just sort of trying to give you a timeline. Then in September of 2019, he opens another LLC. And again, I can't say that he's doing it, but it's in Anna's name. But the fact that it's in Anna's name and knowing that in this cult, Anna's not really allowed to have a job and she's not allowed to work and she's not allowed to make business decisions like this, it seems like to me on the surface that Josh is putting businesses in her name and not in his intentionally. And I don't know if that is to avoid taxes, if it's to avoid forfeiture, if it's to avoid suspicion of him being involved in things. I don't know, but it's, again, another company. It's called Cambridge Arbor. It's LLC. This one is actually dissolved. So this one's formed in September of 2019. Now the search on the property happens in November. So November 1st or 2nd, they searched the property. Josh downloaded everything in May. But in February of 2020, within a few months of the search, Anna opens another LLC. And this LLC is called Little M Consortium LLC. So I don't know, is this their homeschool company? I don't know if this is like her selling their clothes. But again, Little M, they have kids named M. This one's opened in February of 2020. Now, this is where things get weird because in July of 2020, they open a string of LLCs. They open one called Glasgow Drive LLC, the Raven Glass North on July 11th, another one called Raven Glass South on July 11th, and then a fourth one called Lexington Contractors LLC on July 17th. And within that span, Anna is on all of these except Josh is listed on one, and that's the Lexington Contractors. So he is on one of these 8 businesses. Anna's on 7. So as everything's heating up, the property's rated. April, he opens his first LLC. May, he's caught allegedly downloading that content on the computer. September, another LLC opens. Raid happens in November, another LLC in February of 2020, 4 LLCs in July of 2020. And all of them but one are just in Anna's name. What was Josh doing that he needed to have 7 LLCs? Why so many companies? None of them seem to be attached at all to businesses related to cars, which is what he was allegedly doing. Now, after the raid happened in the November timeframe, his car lot shut down, and Jim Bob flipped a property to them, which I think might have been put in an LLC name. So maybe they put this home into an LLC, and Josh and Anna were going to have all of their real estate through LLCs. Again, I don't know. But why so much? Why so many of these? And why is Anna listed on all of them and Josh listed on none of them? Josh, I think, in my opinion, knew something was happening. The thing I can't figure out in all of this, you guys, is that for Josh's arrest, and I have to be completely honest, it's really hard in that world to be able to download and get access to that kind of content if you're not contributing. And a lot of these peer-to-peer groups, they require people to share content in order to be trustworthy. So for him to gain the trust of other people in these peer-to-peer file sharing, like the BitTorrents, he would have to be able to prove to people, I'm not law enforcement, dude, it's all good. So did they just not catch him actually uploading stuff or sharing stuff? Is there something more that we don't know about? Was there business connections here where he was profiting off of it? We know that he would have had to likely pay for this content because it's not free, you guys. This is a humongous, hugely profitable industry that is disgusting. They make billions of dollars a year in this trade. And so you start to wonder, were some of these to hide money from that? Is that why they're talking about if they find money that he made from it, it has to be forfeited? And if you hid stuff, we're going to find it. Is that where they're talking about it there? Josh's court case was moved to November. So his hearing his trial is set to start on November 30th. He had originally asked for a 6 or 8 month extension, and the court basically said, nope, we're going to do a 6-month extension or a 3-month extension. So trial starts on November 30th. He technically could still do a plea deal. They still have to evaluate the forensics because remember his people are going to look at it to make sure, did Josh put it on there and how did it get there and was it planted by Biden? So once that forensic thing's done, and if the forensic person says, hey, they found what they found, Josh, and you're screwed, you might start seeing Josh think about taking a plea. But in cases like this, a plea deal is not going to minimize things too much because these crimes are so severe. It might cut off a little bit of time, but it's not typically going to cut off a lot. So Josh is going to be facing a lot of time, whether he does a plea deal or not a plea deal. I don't see him getting out of this, but one thing that is suspect, and I maybe wonder if the IRS is looking into this or if some of these LLCs might come up as a part of the case. Why are there all these businesses? What was he involved in, or what is he involved in that he has to have so many different businesses? And does Anna know that they're all in her name? And does that then make her an accessory if crimes happened with these? I don't know. Again, this is my speculation. These are my opinions. I don't know that anything illegal happened here. It just doesn't look good with the optics. All right, so tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Why does he have all of these? What could he have been doing with these businesses with no website presence? Bye, guys.